Do you know what a genius does every morning while you scroll through social media? It turns out that people with high intelligence live by completely different rules. And today, I'll tell you 5 of their secret habits that might shock you. The first habit is so strange that 90% of people consider it useless, and the last one may completely change the way you think about success. Get ready to discover why your brain might not be working at its full potential. Friends, write in the comments where you're watching from and leave a like if you want to find out the most unexpected secret. So habit number 1, they don't read what everyone else reads. While most of us consume news and entertainment content, geniuses study the biographies of failures. Yes, you heard that right, biographies of people who failed. Steve Jobs regularly studied the stories of bankrupt companies. Einstein spent hours analyzing the incorrect theories of his predecessors. Do you know why? Other people's failures teach you how to avoid making the same mistakes. The average person fears the failures of others. A genius studies them like a textbook. Habit number 2 might seem completely crazy to you. People with high IQs intentionally put themselves in awkward situations. They attend events where they understand nothing about the topic. They sign up for courses where they are the worst students. They start conversations with people who are intellectually superior to them. Ordinary people avoid discomfort, but geniuses cultivate it because the brain grows fastest in the zone of discomfort. Think about it, a muscle cannot grow without resistance. In the same way, intelligence cannot grow without intellectual resistance. Habit number 3 completely contradicts most productivity advice. Geniuses regularly do nothing, but they don't just idle around, they practice conscious boredom. No podcasts, no music, no books, just them and their thoughts. Bill Gates, for example, twice a year goes to a cabin without internet for a week. He simply sits and thinks about the future of Microsoft. Meanwhile, many of us are afraid to be alone with our thoughts even for 5 minutes. Our brains have become addicted to constant stimulation and have forgotten how to think deeply. Boredom is not a problem, it's an opportunity for a breakthrough. Habit number 4 will make you rethink your attitude toward mistakes. People with high IQs keep a journal of their failures. They carefully write down every mistake and analyze the reasons behind it. For them, a mistake is not a failure, it's data for improvement. Charles Darwin kept records of his incorrect assumptions throughout his life. Thanks to this, he developed the theory of evolution, which changed the world forever. Most of us try to forget our mistakes as quickly as possible. But when we forget mistakes, we are doomed to repeat them. Geniuses turn every failure into a step toward success. And finally, habit number 5 is the most paradoxical of them all. Get ready for something that might turn your thinking upside down. Highly intelligent people surround themselves with people who are smarter than they are. They actively seek out people who make them feel intellectually inferior. Sounds like an attack on your self-esteem, right? But here's the genius of this approach. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. The average person enjoys being the smartest among friends. It flatters the ego but kills intellectual growth. Imagine a tennis player who only plays against beginners. He might win every match, but he will never improve. Intelligence works the same way, it grows only under pressure. Warren Buffett deliberately hires advisors who argue with him. Elon Musk surrounds himself with engineers who tell him, that's impossible. They understand that intellectual comfort is the death of growth. Now here's the most interesting question. Why do most people avoid these habits? Because our brains are evolutionarily wired to save energy. Thousands of years ago, too much thinking could cost you your life. You had to quickly decide whether to run or fight. That's why the brain still prefers patterns over deep analysis. But in the modern world, it's not the fastest who survive, it's the smartest. Geniuses have learned how to outsmart their own lazy brains. They turned intellectual development into an exciting game. Every new idea is a victory over their former self, and every mistake is a valuable clue for the next level. Now you know 5 secrets of people with high IQs. The question is, are you ready to step out of your comfort zone? Start small, read the biography of someone who failed. Spend half an hour in complete silence without gadgets. Write down your last 3 mistakes and analyze them. Find someone smarter than you and ask them a difficult question. Remember, geniuses aren't born, they're made through the right habits. Your brain is capable of incredible things if you give it the right direction. Good luck developing your intelligence and see you in the next video.